show you afterwards. And we are going to take the part that has a full burr. If you had a tough time to get this underneath the safety flap, then you need to raise your safety flap. This is a lot of dross, so I cannot assure you that this will come off. What I am doing here also is I run this at just 2 feet a minute. You see that the dial is sitting on 1, which represents about 2 feet per minute. So I have little hope that this dross is all coming off because there's a lot of it. Actually doesn't look all that bad. So we have been hitting it really hard. What you need to know about the red blocks, it can totally take that burr off and it will give you, I need to put this into focus, it will give you a sharp edge, it will give you a round edge right here on top. But then the transition to the vertical cut is not as well rounded as with the standard block. So if I show you that from here. So you see it's a little bit more like a bevel going in and then a small radius transition into the vertical cut line. Now we're going to run this from the other side. And what we're going to do is we're going to lighten this up by 1 full millimeter, and we are going to speed this up to 4 feet per minute, 3 on the dial. So there it goes, and of course this is a non-burr side. So this will always come out clean. Next, what I will demonstrate to you, so this is this part. I'm going to remove this real quick. I'm going to shut this off, just one single button, right? So now we need to go onto a white belt sander, because this is going to make this whole thing easier if you do that in 2 steps. So this was full burr, 1 pass. I need to mark this down real quick. It's a quiet Saturday morning in the shop. It's very nice. Still wrong drawer. Yeah. So this side was a burr side, and this was 2 feet per minute. Red P50 Ultra Performance Ceramic, about -4 millimeter below surface. Okay. And this was also, that was about 4 feet per minute. Red P50, and that was about -3 millimeter below surface. And like I say, this is a non-burr side. Okay, I'm gonna make a cut here. Gonna set up my belt sander, and then come back with the camera. So now we have here the part where you ran one part pass probably with a regular green and the one with a true pass. So I'm just going to head those on through this belt sander. We set the material thickness. I already set the belt correctly. I need to make sure that I have belt tension. So, we should be all set. Here, we are going to turn on the grinding belt, and we have the conveyor belt running at about 10 feet. What this does at a very rapid speed rate. So here we have the part that had one pass, and you can see because we have a softer belt and a softer contact gum, we're pushing a little bit more on the outside edges, not so much on the surface, and that's all it takes for the aluminum to take that dross off. But you also see that you have here a nasty secondary burr. And this is exactly what white belt sanders do. They do make a surface grain, like you see on this part, but they leave you with a rather sharp edge. Now, in order to show you a little bit more edge rounding capacity, as I mentioned before, on this machine, we put the red ceramic to remove that maximum dross so that you can see that. We will put back on our standard 60-40 green belts with aluminum oxide, our standard block. It makes a very nice radius on the edge because I want you to see the difference. So I'm gonna do this belt change here next. So here we are. A few minutes later, we have those belts on. You can see that they are well worn in. The Scotch-Brite is a little bit shorter than the abrasive. Actually, the block gets better as it wears. And then if you look over the top of the block, you can see basically how long it is. So this one is about 45 millimeter. And that shows you how much wear you have. You can wear these blocks down to about 15 millimeter, 5/8. So we're gonna close the door. And we have this belt. So how I'm going to set the belt is I'm going to set the material thickness simply to about 3.5 millimeter, 3.3 maybe. And then I'm going to bring these brushes down to where I'm close, where I need to be. Right around 50 here. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn my belt on and my conveyor, and then I'm going to bring this down until I hear the belt touch. Right here. Now you hear it. Now you don't. Then we bring this to material thickness, 6.35, over there. Fine. And then we should have pretty good pressure. We can give it a little bit more, maybe 41.8. Let's go to 41.3, half a mil more. Okay. So, Now we're just going to take these two parts. This one with the secondary burr, right? And we're gonna run them. And we're gonna go a little bit slower. We're gonna go again about 3 feet from it. See how that goes. Thank you very much. We will talk hopefully soon.